Good morning. I'm not used to doing this in the morning, but I'm going to give it a shot. I want to drop our videos or my videos on Wednesday moving forward due to summer. And as most of you know, I do ride a motorcycle. So we do like going out riding. I should say I'm the passenger, but I do love it. And we go riding on the weekends. But for now, I want to do a little recap here, guys, because we are in a real pickle here. We saw what happened again, yet again, a third attempt on our president, Donald J. Trump. How do we like those apples? Not good, huh? So let's do a recap because how did we get here? Don't forget, not too long ago, J.B. Pritzker, right here in Illinois, said Republicans can't even have a day of peace. We need to continue to fight them every step of the way. Now, let's look at the organizations, movement, and narratives that have fueled years of division. BLM, Antifa, No Kings, radical racial justice organizations such as ACLU, HRC, LGBTQ++++ activist leadership, SPLC, founded in 1971, supposedly to fight hate, and the KKK, yet now exposed and criticized for pushing narratives that often create more division than unity. I did a show on this, a little short, talking about they didn't want to give it up because, God forbid, that there's no racism, that there is no KKK. Then how would they survive if they have nothing to fight? So what do? They created the narrative that there is still KKK here and that there's still racism. And I don't doubt that there is, but very little. And I have never experienced a KKK guy. Never seen one. I don't know who they are. Never seen one. It has never affected me in any way. And keep in mind, I am an immigrant. Unidos US, Latinos for Democrats. Those people are a bunch of communists. Yes, right here in our country. Because the Democrats have used the Latino vote and the Black vote for decades. But look around in those communities. Nothing has changed. Because let's be honest, Democrats have spent decades using minorities as political tools while offering very little real progress. Now let's list what they called Trump and all of us supporters for nearly a decade. Check out the names. Racist, Nazi, deplorables, dictator, criminal, fascist, and that's just the short list. This is the language they normalize. This is the hate they spread. This is the environment they created. And now, after a third attempt, they want to act shocked. No, honey, this is all planned. Trump is not their king. Trump is threatening the crown that they built for themselves. He's dethroning all of them. The swamp, the political elites, the corrupt media, the financial gatekeepers, they are the ones who have acted like kings for decades. And Trump is dismantling that power structure piece by piece. That's why they fear him. The financial system is shifting. Crypto is rising. Transparency is coming. Public transactions, decentralized system, and disruption of an old money power structure are exactly what many entrenched political fears most. Politicians, I should say, fear most. And whether people are paying attention or not, this transformation is already underway. For those paying attention, books like The Ripple Effect, and I have it right here. My husband read it and he highlighted a lot of stuff for me. This book just came out. Go to Amazon and get it. It is word for word what is happening in real time. Word for word. I kid you not. As my husband was reading me little chapters, I was dumbfounded. Like, wow, this is happening. So I suggest you guys go out and get it. And if not, I'm not a financial advisor, but pay attention because if you don't, you will be left behind. So for those paying attention, books like The Ripple Effect are being discussed because they focus on where financial systems may be heading. I'm not a financial advisor, but I understand these changes matter. Now let's address the White House ballroom. Democrats continue to push the lie that the taxpayers are solely funding it, but major private donors have been involved. The list is out. I'm going to share screen here for you and show you the list. And they have all of these: Amazon, Apple, Coinbase, pay attention, Hard Rock International, Google, Meta Platforms. Again, the same people that are pushing the narrative behind the scenes are also, they know what's coming. They just don't want the public to know. But the one that I paid attention most, it was Coinbase and Ripple. Those two alone probably did or are paying for the $300 million ballroom. So now we know that that's a bunch of lies. No matter what, the taxpayers are solely funding it. No, we're not. But major private donors have been involved, including companies and investors like Ripple and Coinbase, along with other corporate and private contributors. They don't like that they don't have a piece of that pie because they're the ones that like to be involved with all these companies so they could get paid. Democrats only care about themselves, or at least the one in Washington. Again, I know there's some good Democrats out there, and they're probably very shocked of everything that's going around, but they stick with their party because they are party over country, which blows my freaking mind. So Ripple was publicly listed among the ballroom's donor alongside major techs like crypto and private sector investors. So when people scream about taxpayer and burden while ignoring private investment, it raises legitimate questions about political narrative versus the facts. Democrats have never built anything without our taxpayer, without our tax money. They have never done it. We've always funded their pet projects. Trump is not like that. The outrage isn't about the ballroom itself. The outrage is that Trump continues moving projects forward without the establishment control. That's the real issue. Trump has done more to challenge long-lasting system in a short period than many career politicians have done in decades. And I said this at the very beginning when I started my journey with this podcast. They are mad because Trump has done more in so little time that they've ever done in careers, in their entire career. So my questions to you is to get involved. Get involved. Local elections matter. Midterms, school boards, communities, because the ideology battle is not just happening in Washington. It's happening in classrooms, media, institution, neighborhoods, all across America, guys. This teacher, it's in every school, in every city, in every neighborhood. They are just quiet because the Democrats will never dirty their hands. They use these foot soldiers that they have brainwashed for 10 plus years, completely brainwashed, and they go out and do these horrific things. Because look what happened with ICE. They literally sacrificed 2 people in order to get their message across. Again, these people are evil. flat out evil. And again, I'm not talking about all Democrats. I am talking about the leaders. The leaders in Washington, that they are using you, and telling you lies about Trump and us, the supporters. Because God forbid an immigrant like me can actually have common sense, logic. And plus, I can't be brainwashed. I don't know you, but I know me. And my dad taught me at a very young age, whenever you hear the word socialist and communist in the same sentence, run. Run. Because again, we come from Cuba. This ideology's everywhere, in every classroom, media institutions, and neighborhoods. If you think danger is heroic, only exists in the headlines, you're mistaken. It's everywhere. You can't even go to a restaurant with a Trump shirt. Look what happened to Sanders. You can't even, if they know that you supported Trump, they will make your life a living hell. I personally don't care. Come and get me. Come and get me. Because just like Trump, he's standing up to these people. And if we don't start standing up and speaking out, we're never going to beat them. And voting, because again, we are the party of common sense. We don't like a president like we didn't like Biden. What do? We take it to the voting booth. These people don't do that. Remember what Pritzker said. He said it best. We should not have a day of peace. Every single thing that Trump does is an act of war or an act of violence or a fascist doing it. No, it's not. It's because they have not done anything in decades other than steal our taxpayers' money and give it away like it's theirs on their pet projects. So this latest attack should be a wake-up call, dehumanizing political opponents, celebrating violence, and excusing extremists is unacceptable, no matter who does it. Because I know that there's stuff on the right, too. I am not an idiot. But unfortunately, 90% of the stuff that's happening is all coming from the left. From the moment that Donald J. Trump came down those escalators, it hasn't stopped. They have tried to do this time and time again. So we need to vote, but we also need to speak up. We got to hold everyone accountable. If you condemn violence, condemn it all. No excuse, no double standards. Stand firm, speak loudly, stay involved, speak loudly. Because America's future will be decided not just by the president, but by whether everyday citizens are willing to protect the values, freedom, and institutions that made this country what it is. Did you miss anything? Because I haven't. I'm looking at this from every angle. So remember, Black Lives Matters, Antifa, No Kings, Radical Justice Group, ACLU, HRC, LGBTQ+++, SPLC, Unidos US, Latinos for Democrats, because they claim that they're doing us a favor, but they're not. So if you look at all the institutions, all the NGOs, they're all run by Democratic parties. We are, I don't even know how to say it, they are outbeating us 5-1. I mean, we might have a few, but they have a salute, an endless group of people willing to dirty their hands because the ones in Washington won't. They use them as foot soldiers. That's what they do. That is what they do. And as horrific as it is, we need to do something about it. So, aside from finding out who is donating to the ballroom, the ballroom that no taxpayer is paying for, and they want to complain about it. Get this book. You're going to find out what Trump is doing to our financial system and what's coming down the pipe. And they cannot stop it. They won't be able to stop it. We're not going to be hostage anymore to these elites in government. I'm okay with millionaires because capitalism is a great thing. And if it wasn't for them and for their tax money, these cities would go down the drain. Because look at New York. What's going to happen there? They're not going to have anybody to tax. Where's the free stuff going to come from? It's not going to happen. And then they'll go out in 2026 midterm, and they'll go out there and lie to your face like the lady from Virginia, turn around and do something else. Because that's the Democratic Party. I am so fucking pissed off about this third attempt. The Jimmy Kimmel out there. The celebrities who are constantly talking crap about our president, who don't respect the will of the people because apparently they didn't pay attention and never even heard his rallies or what his policies were, because regardless the policy, it doesn't matter to them. They cannot have a president doing so much in so little time, because it shows that they have never done anything for the American people. Nothing other than take our money. Go to inner cities, those same Democrats that are party over country. Nothing's changed in those inner cities. No. If anything, things gotten worse because they have stuck all the illegals in there. Why do you think they want illegals? You think it's because they have a kind heart? That's what they portrayed. But that's not it. Because they know that the Latinos are waking up. They know that the blacks are waking up. I tell my Cuban people, if you vote for the Democrat, you're never going to see free Cuba. Never. So you better get it together and wake the fuck up. We love this country. And if you don't love it because of because of our president, that's on you. Look in the mirror. Look in the fucking mirror. Stop being their pet project. Stop being their soldiers. They're just using you. They will chew you up and spit you out because you're nothing to them but a fucking number. I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. President Trump, I read it in one of my things this morning, and I'm going to read it again because this lady said it, and she said it best. Stop it. You can't kill somebody who has been anointed or annoyed. I don't know how to spell the word, but I'll spell it with the captions. Who's been chosen by God. You might not believe it because you don't believe in God. Our schools stopped doing the Pledge of Allegiance. I know that you don't believe in God if you are a Democrat. And if you say you do and you continue to spew this hate, I suggest you look in the mirror and go back to church or change your pastor. We're not racist. We don't even care about the gay community. We just not going to call it the LGBTQ plus. No, we're not. We don't care. Live your life and let us live ours and respect the vote of the people. Because I'm fed up. Respect the vote of the people. We respected your Biden. We talked smack. We didn't do half the shit that you have been doing since day one. Let ICE get these criminals out of here. We're tired of seeing young Americans being killed. rape by these crazy people that have came through our borders. I told you in my Muriel episode, and I'll tell you again, they did empty their jails. They did empty their mental institutions. It's not made up. Get out of your circle, of your bubble, and start exploring other avenues of news. Get out of CNN, get out of MSNBC, even Fox. I don't consider Fox a right-wing network. I don't. I fucking don't. All of them are after this. Ratings and money. Just like Candace Owen. Look at this shit she's been spewing for months. It's all about this. And if you don't get it, that's on you. But respect the vote of the people. And with that, I leave. I am going to say my shows will be coming out on Wednesday. I want to do more girly talk and more stuff. Again, I am 59 years old and I'm going through some things. My skin is not the same. It's a pain in the ass, to be quite honest. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for hearing my perspective. My husband asked me, what do you want with this? And I go, I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I'm just vibing, getting my groove, getting comfortable in front of this. Sometimes I am not very comfortable. I don't like talking about politics, but I feel like because I am an immigrant, and there are many immigrants that feel like I feel, who don't say it because they have a corporate job or because they have friends or because they can. I know how many people text me, I love what you put out, but I cannot share it and I cannot like it because of my job or because of my friends. And that blows my mind that we are here. It blows my mind. So again, for those of you who could share it, like, and subscribe, please do. Because it matters to me. It matters to me, and hopefully it matters to you. We're not racist. We're not fascists. We're just average Americans who just want our country back. That's all. We want our country back, our way of living. These people want to be just like Europe, like China. That's what they want to, that's what they're striving for. And Trump's not going to let that happen. Not on his watch. And they can't stand it. So with that, I say have a good week. Hopefully this Wednesday thing will be better. I am looking at bringing some guests that feel like me, see what their take is. So you can see that it's not just this little old immigrant. There's many, many immigrants. Maybe Puerto Ricans, Colombians, Venezuela. We represent a lot of the votes, and we had it with you guys. 3 attempts on our president should be more than enough for you to wake the fuck up. And with that, I go. Thank you.